Hello beautifuls! In today's video, I am going to be comparing the GHD Glide Hot Brush with the Drybar Brush Crush straightening brush. Here are the two brushes. I am so excited to be making this video for you guys because I myself want to see a side-by-side comparison of both of these brushes that are quite similar in what they do, also similar in what they look like. So let's go ahead and get into the specifications with these brushes, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. Let me know down in the comments if you can already tell which side is which, or just guess, let me know. I also just recently posted a review video of the Drybar Brush Crush, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave the link down below in the description box. Now let's go ahead and get into the specifications of both of these brushes. Both of these brushes are so similar. The one thing that makes them different from each other, one of the biggest things, is the price point. The Drybar retails for $145. The GHD Glide, however, retails for $169. The GHD Glide is more on the luxurious side, especially compared with the Drybar. You can tell from the way that it looks, the way that it feels. GHD is just more catered to like more luxe and luxurious hair tools, so that probably contributes to the higher price point. And the other major difference is that the Drybar has a temperature that goes up to 450 degrees, whereas the GHD Glide goes up to only 365. So that definitely creates a major difference. Now, as far as what these brushes claim to do for your hair, they're pretty much the same. I would say the biggest difference, which it doesn't really claim, is that the Drybar is meant to give you more of that blowout look. However, both brushes claim to give you more volume. Now, as far as the characteristics of the brush, I would still say they are pretty similar in design. However, you can tell that they are different colors. The Drybar has a square shaped, and the GHD just looks like a standard regular brush. Also, the bristles on the GHD Glide are much sturdier. The outside would be very difficult for you to bend, whereas the Drybar has outside bristles that, as you can see, are obviously easy to bend, but the insides of the brush are pretty similar in design. I would still say that the GHD is made with better quality bristles in the middle. Now, going down to the power button, we'll see that the GHD just has an on and off button. It's very sleek, it's very nice on it feels very nice, whereas with the Drybar you have an on button, and then you also have a temperature button, and it will show you, display the temperature for you on the brush. There are complaints with the Drybar that people touch the buttons when they're doing their hair. That's kind of a bit of a headache. I don't find I have a problem with that anymore. I'm not sure what it is, but I think my mind just subconsciously puts my hand closer to the top when I'm doing my hair. They both come with swivel cords, so that's definitely convenient. Overall, I would say the GHD Glide just has a nicer, more stylish design. It's more up my alley. The weight, it's got a bit of a weight to it, but it's a nice weight, letting you know that this is a good quality material. The Drybar feels a little less luxurious, and considering that these are not a big price difference, I feel like I would rather go with the GHD just because of how much nicer it looks. Like, if these both brushes were worked the same, then I probably would go with the GHD Glide just because the design is just so much nicer. And obviously I prefer this like black and silver look. The Drybar is a bright yellow color. Although it's not so bad in person, it's actually pretty cute. I don't mind it whatsoever. I still would gravitate towards the GHD Glide. Now let's go ahead and get into the demonstration part of this video. Don't forget to stay tuned until the end because I'm going to let you guys know how my hair holds up for most of the day. So if you would like to know what that looks like, definitely stay until the end of the video. And again, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to let me know how my content is doing. And without further ado, let's get into the demonstration. I'm going to turn this on. While we wait, I'm going to apply some of my heat protectant spray. That took about 1 minute to heat up. My bangs were already a little straight, but it just made it look a little bit silkier. Ooh, very hot. I'm surprised at how hot it can get, even though it's only goes up to 365. Let's go in one more time. I'm gonna add a little bit of a wave. So that was more of just a curl. I wasn't really able to get like a wave. It's just more like flipped out. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this process up. This is the result of using it. I freaking love this. This took me 4 minutes. So I think in total it was about 5 minutes because I did my bangs and some of the part on camera. So I think in total it took 5 minutes, which means if I did both sides of my hair, it would take me 10 minutes, which is insane, especially for this result. Let's go ahead and try now the Brush Crush. I'm gonna amp this all the way up to 450 and let's see if it's like kind of similar to this side. I'd say they both take about the same amount of time to heat up. I will say though that these brushes take a little bit longer to heat up than my standard flat iron. So that's my bangs. It's similar to the GHD. I just feel like this side is not as silky, and obviously this isn't like laying flat on my face. It is sticking out a little bit, which was different from the other side. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it out. Okay. Ooh, some hair fell out. Okay, it's looking very, I'm surprised at how smooth it's getting my hair, because all I did was use Head and Shoulders. I didn't use any special products. So I think for these tools, for how well it gets your hair to look like smooth, they do a really good job. It's a little bit more airy and fluffier. Okay, so this is the Drybar side. I think, oh, excuse me, where did that come from? I think there's a huge difference. Style-wise, like not a crazy difference, but the look, no wait, not the look, the feel, and I don't know the right word for it, but this side is the GHD. So it is silkier, shinier, and it even feels so much nicer than the Drybar. The Drybar is a little dry. It's more airy, so it feels lighter than the GHD. The GHD feels a little heavier and more dense. And this side is just more floofy, more airy, drier looking. As you can see, some parts, especially like around here, looks a little bit drier and frizzy. If I had to choose one, I think I would go with the GHD Glide. Also, I used 450 temperature on here, and it's still like not as smooth as this one, which I used 365. So I think it's almost like a no-brainer to get the GHD. And again, I'll come back and let you guys know how my hair holds up. So it has been about 8 hours now, and this is the ending result. The GHD side did get a little bit more fluffy, and the GHD side I feel like hasn't really changed too much. I do feel like it's not as soft as when I first used it, but it's still holding up. It's still looking good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this, and hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. Okay, bye.
I can't help but fall in love with you. I can't help but love the way you move. I can't help but try to make you feel the way. Make you feel like you deserve to. Girl, I know your last man would desert you. You don't gotta worry, I won't hurt you, but it hurt to go without you every day and every night. When you're one call away from being right by my side. Now, girl, why don't you stay in me and you talk about it? I ain't ever gonna leave you in, don't you ever doubt it. Can you say what's on your mind? Sit down and let's talk. Take all the stress off that we get from every day. Trying to be good just like that we should, but it doesn't work anyway. One day let's go out, one day let's show out, so I can go back to my friends. Say that you're so great, only been on one day, but I hope that this never ends.